In this video, we're going to break down the microservices architecture. Let us start. What are microservices? In the early days, applications were monolithic, means one giant block where the database, business logic, and UI are all packed together. This made them extremely difficult to maintain and scale. It means that when you are basically creating here any kind of applications, in these full applications, you just using here one single tech stack, your database, your business logic, even your UI in a single code base. It means that this is called a monolithic that has happened before. The solution is break a large application into small independent pieces, mean services like chat services, card services, other payment services. Each services handle one specific job and communicates with the others via APIs. That's called HTTP or the REST API. So evolution path, monolithics, the old era, now is the transitional format called the multi-tier. Now it's converted into the microservices in modern day. Let's see one real life example of Amazon's or Swiggy. Let's say you have a total code base for the applications. Now you need to updating the payment system. So what you can do to update the payment system, you must take all the entire website down. It's mean that your chat services, your authentications, even your card services will also down because I'm talking about the Amazon or Swiggy. Also, one crash, the entire website is going to crash. Let's say something is coming in my authentications or some bug is coming in my authentication pages. It means that the whole entire application is also down. It means that you cannot run this application again. Let's see the real life example of Amazon or Swiggy. So you know that Amazon is also one kind of product delivery. Okay. Now let's take the now let's take the real life example of Amazon or we can taking it. Okay. So assume that you have an applications and you need to update here your payment system. So to update the payment system, you must take the entire website down because your entire code base, your database, and the business logic in the same tech stack mean that in the same folder. It means that if you want to update the payment system, you need to actually break down your entire websites. It's mean that once it's crashed, the entire website is crashes locked into one language and tech stack for everything. It means that if I am trying to creating here applications using Django, so I need to using the Python. I cannot using here the ASP.NET or PHP. It means that I just need to depend on one tech stack. Deployment are very slow and risky because of the attack. So this is called a monolithic approach in terms of the Amazons. So what about the microservices approaches? So if you wanted to design here for the payment services, so only the payment services is updated. Everything stay live. It means that your chat system or your card system or the user authentications is still alive because you're just working on the payment system. This is called the microservices. Payment is crashed, search and card still work in the case of Amazons. Different team can use the different language. Let's say I am a Python developer, so I can use here the Pythons. If you're a Node.js developer, you can also creating here your API using Node.js. Different team can cause different language. You can see on here, fast, independent, and deployment possible in the case of microservices. So if I divide in this application into separate independent services, so you can see that, let's say I want to making here the search services. So what I can do, I can using here the Node.js. So handle only product search functionality. The card services, let's say I'm going to write it in the Pythons, manage here adding and removing here the items. The payment services, let's say I'm going to using here the Java. For handling all financial transactions, I'm going to using here the Java. For user profile services, I need to use here the Golang programming language. So manage here the login details and the user data. It means that you can see that I can using here different types of languages. If you're coming from Node.js, if you're coming from Pythons, or if you're coming from the Java, we can actually working in the same product. Okay. So all the services and communicate with each other through the HTTP or the REST APIs. Now let's see the key takeaway from this total tutorials. So evolutions, application design has evolved from monolithic to multi-tier and now is microservices. Multi-tier is mean that the transitional from and right now in the microservices because the monolithic is basically the old era. The independence, each team can manage their own microservices without affecting others. Okay, you can see here affecting other. Let's say the search function is not working. It's mean that the whole entire application is not going to down. Okay, independent development and scaling per services. The complexity, when you have the 100 plus microservices, managing them become very challenging. That's also one more thing. you need to remember. So network call, the debugging, and the monitoring overhead all increases the significantly because you have the multiple number of microservices, as well as you need some kind of developer. Which means that the multiple of developer you can see for handling here this application correctly. And essential tools you can also containerization it. I mean, you can using here the dockers, or you can using the Kubernetes for the orchestrations. Okay, this essential tool you can actually use it here. Now what about the conclusions? So if you're into making here any kind of small project, so you can go for monolithics, because monolithic is actually better. Don't over engineer, follow the Yakni principle. Okay, because if you have a small project, just you need to creating here the application for the users, just only for 10 to 100 users, so you can actually using the monolithics. Don't go for microservices. Okay, but when you have the large and complex applications, the microservices are essential. Perfect choice for scalability, the independence, and the fault tolerance. Very, very important in the case of system designs. Okay, so microservices are not a silver bullet. Chose what fit your actual needs. That's a very important thing. So this is the nothing but the system designs series in English. And previous video we actually discussed the system design in Hindi as well. So if you are English audience, you can check out this video, and if you are a Hindi audience, you can also check my playlist of system design Hindi. So that's it for today now. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and share with your friends. Thank you and bye bye.